another college football season. One of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First down here for the offense. They'll try the left side. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Man, I'll tell you, you just can't quantify how much this guy has meant to his offense running the football. Leads the nation in rushing yards. He's the guy with the target on his back. Every time they take the field, the defense knows who they have to stop. And still, this guy churns out big run after big run.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Looking for room, it's Henderson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Right, how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Howard. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. It's amazing. In a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to throw it again. A shot toward the end zone. Fires the pass, intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum started.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Finds his man. It's Bell. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
It was Ohio State leaving the stadium feeling blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan enforced their will late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and, David, they're going to have to do that again.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for running room, but they get him down at the 28, and now they are set up.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Pressure coming. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And, David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall with the run on 1st and goal.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll put the tight end in motion. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Getting some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that 1st down play, now giving up a negative play on 2nd down. You better be very careful about this 3rd down play call.
3rd and goal coming up here.
29 Philly.
Looking for a man. It's Howard. Get it out on the screen. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Loveland. And he breaks into the open. Past the 20. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Defense in press coverage. Direct snap. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Quarterback sneaks it ahead.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. Lining up for the PAT. Splits the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mix.
Gonna let it fly. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Ohio State. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They've scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything's working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Orji. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
And the Wolverines get the first down. Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on the own side of the field if we're going to go for it on 4th down. I think they probably understood. Listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
A run for the quarterback. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
You think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy, breezy.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Scanning the field, it's Orji. He'll pull it down and run. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Open space at the 25. They finally make the stop, but he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver shows motion. This quarterback part of their running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done. The
option look. Now the pitch. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He got it. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Trying to find his man on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dropping back, it's Howard. He turns that loose down the right side. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Roll that offense back out there. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He lets one fly deep. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
And the short completion brings up 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On the option. He'll toss it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Wolverines will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Howard. Oh, he wants it all. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
On second down, just keeps firing. Wiggle. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
It's a little demoralizing, too, I think, if you're on defense, because it looked like you had him, right? It's third down. Everybody's getting ready for a big sack. They're pinning their ears back, trying to get upfield. You just can't make the play. Quarterback's able to escape. He doesn't get the first down, but he did get nice yardage, so I'm curious to see what they do here on fourth.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
This guy is really unique. Top 5 in the country running the football right now, and I love the way this offense gets him involved. They're able to move him around a little bit. They change up the schemes, but the big key every week, get him the ball, let him go to work.
What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Trying to punch it in. And again, he gets nothing. This defense is not giving up anything on the goal line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. So they aren't concerned about trying to tie the game. They'll leave the offense on the field and try to take the lead on 4. Touchdown! take the lead with the 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. To the air, it's Orji. Got his man in the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Steps away to find some room. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who could make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Orji. Coming after him. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time the defense played it great and the play went nowhere.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On fourth down, looking for the completion. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. The score, Ohio State 21, Michigan 17.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. They move the tight end all over. Looking to pass, it's Howard. He's got it down the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Looking to throw for it. Throws toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
After that incompletion on third and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on fourth down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a two-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Release to the back. Quick completion on the out. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Using his legs, it's Edwards. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he got loose, it was all over. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. This offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
They'll go with a direct snap. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Trying to get to him. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thurman. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that 1st down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the 1st down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Looking to throw, it's Orji. Shoots it to the left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
On third down, going up top. Looking left. Got his man downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Got room at the 35. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
We got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for a first down.
Huge moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. On the move. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead. Up by one, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. Back to throw, it's Orji. Looking to buy time. Into the end zone, the two-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. A 70-yard touchdown drive. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. Bringing it back. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate done.
And take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On second down, he's looking downfield. Stands in and takes the hit. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Looking for space. It's Edwards. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. They go to the ground.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you